Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully, this is going live all right. I am still trying to figure out the whole OBS thing, so I hope that we're live. I just want to talk about a few things right now, and then hopefully some of this can be put to rest. Just bear with me. I'm going to share this because I'm sure that there are some people that want to join me, especially for this one, because I feel awful. I feel for some reason, I don't know. I've had people tell me I'm stupid for this because I take responsibility for things that are not always on me. But for some reason, I feel, good morning, Forest Witch. That's a fun name. I like that. I feel partly responsible for what happened here. And it's because I was supposed to be I was the target. I was supposed to be the one that was taken to court. I was supposed to be the one attacked by Deana. I was supposed to be the one sued and kicked off the internet by Deana. I've had people in her camp, people she hangs out with, that have been trying to kick me off the internet since 2019. And when Harold and Real Stream News got into their argument, I went and streamed with him. And then when Deana popped up, I think that everyone thought that this was it. Here we go. Now we can actually kick Queen off the internet. We'll have this Deana girl sue her and cancel her, and we'll say that Queen's attacking her over abuse and whatever we can, and then we'll be able to, shut her up. And I did feel like I was the first one that they wanted to shut up. So I guess since I was in Canada, it would have been hard to take me to court, because it's very hard to take someone to court that is basically one sec, guys. I'm just sharing and it's playing in my background. Shut up, Queen. Shut up, Queen. Okay. I feel sorry. I feel partly responsible. I do. I feel partly responsible because I don't know why, but I feel like if Deana was just able to attack me and take me to court, like all of her little friends wants her to. And if you don't know, Deana hangs out with a group of people that go around the internet trying to get people to take them to court. Like, I'm not even joking. She hangs out with Wes Most, who goes around taking lol cows to court nonstop, and then after he tries to move them into his house. She hangs out with Harvard Chickie. She hangs out with Raina. She hangs out with Heartbeats Vanity. And this is a group of women that go around and start trouble in hopes to get a court case. When I first came on here, they all tried to get me involved in a Harvard Chickie and Real Stream News court case. They were releasing conversations of mine, taking them to court, trying to pull me into court cases that I wanted nothing to do with. I wasn't even around when that drama happened, and it was I don't know why I would have anything to do with Harvard or Real Stream News, but okay, if you want to try to get me to court, I guess. So they've been trying to take people to court for a long freaking time. All right, since 2019, they've all just really wanted a bunch of court cases. I guess they watch West Most and they see him getting quote unquote famous off of taking people to court. And they're like, I want to do that too. I can go to court for harassment and then I'll win a case. They have literally, they try to get me to take them to court, but they've called child services and cops on me so many times. I don't even have to. They're basically collecting evidence. So I'm good. But like I said, I do feel partly responsible for what happened here because I think Deana realized that she couldn't take me to court. So, she was like, who else could I take to court? For those that don't know, Nicole has disabilities. She has 2 disabilities. She has trisomy 19. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. And she also suffers from autism. Having both of those things at the same time would be complete hell, by the way. It would not be a great time. Nicole is, and again, I wouldn't usually talk about someone's disabilities, but it's to this story. You need to know this. She is disabled to the point where she was at the Special Olympics. Deana got her kicked out of the Special Olympics with these girls, with like Taylor and Raina and all of these losers that have been attacking me for fucking ages. Nicole doesn't go anywhere without her mom. Another thing I want to bring up is that Nicole's family is not very well off. So they don't have like a huge house or anything. So Nicole and her mom are constantly together. Nicole's only privacy is when she's in her bedroom, and her mom can pretty much hear everything that's going on from outside the door and pays attention. Now, is Nicole innocent? No. Nicole has done some things that have not been good. She does get upset and she does react and whatnot. But I want to point out that these people get off on finding people like that. I'm the same way. I react. With my mental health, they like that. They go and they poke and they poke and they poke so that when you then react, then they can go play victim. And now you're the one that's attacking. That's what they do. So they've done that with Nicole a lot, and she has reacted to it. And I'm tell her not to do the streams. I'll be like, try to be happy. But these guys have also like come and tried to be her friend while this is all going on. So they'll get into fights and then they'll split up their friendship group. And then she'll have like a few of them come back and pretend to be her friend just to keep her gassed up. That's what these people do as well. They've done it to me 500 million times. It's just to keep her gassed up so that she would continuously talk about it. Deana doesn't need anyone to keep her gassed up. It is all she talks about 24/7 is Harold and the court and his charges and women that want him. Now, here's the thing. Harold is a predator. Harold is a predator. He has been proven to be a predator. We can't be like, no, that's not true. I know that I've trolled with it before, but that was really just to piss off people. But he is a predator. So think about it like this. Think about it like this. You have a guy out here that's a predator. Okay? Hello, Yoshi. You have a guy that's a predator, and Nicole's disabled. Was he coming into Nicole's chats and flirting with her? Yes. Did he know that Nicole had a crush on him? Yes. Did he play into it? Yes. Did he know about her disabilities? Yes. I want to just stress the fact that Nicole is a victim of his. And that's what really disgusts me about this whole thing, is that this man is a predator, known predator. Nicole had a crush on him because he's a goddamn predator and went there and would like play it up, okay? He would like flirt with her and whatnot. And I can't really blame Nicole because Nicole is very isolated and she doesn't get out much. She doesn't have friends who she can call and go visit. With her disabilities, her mom is kind of always around her. So you can, if you are people that are listening to this that have any empathy, that have a brain of critical thinking or anything like that, you could see how Nicole would very easily kind of fall into having a man, or quotes, a little bitch boy, if you will, flirting with her, and how she could kind of fall for that, if you know what I mean. That's fair to say, because of the fact that she's so isolated. To her, that would have felt special to have a guy that seemed to be flirting with her, She would have been happy about it. And honestly, if you want my opinion, I think Harold's a piece of shit for doing that to her. No one talks about this part of it, so I just wanted to put that out there before we reacted to Steve's video here. Hi Steve, I hope you don't copyright claim me for reacting to your video. But he posted up the court hearing, and I want to talk about some things with this, because like I've said up till now. So thinking of everything that's gone on here, you have to think you have a predator that was preying on a woman that's disabled. And then you have his jealous ex. And that's really all it is. I don't know how else to put it. And when you listen to the court case, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear the jealousy. You're going to hear it. It's very adamant. Don't worry, we'll talk about it when it happens. But then we have a jealous ex that's taking Nicole to court. Hi, Nicole. Good to have you here. I hope you're doing very well. I can see you in this. I like that. So Nicole is kind of a victim of Harold, if you will. And then we got the jealous ex that wants to take her to court. And it's just not okay. Nothing about this has been okay. Anyone that has supported Deana doing this is a piece of crap. This poor Nicole basically got sued for being preyed on. That's what's going on. They're trying to get an RO, right, to get off. Deana tried to warn Nicole only, and that's when Nicole turned on her, hun. Deana didn't want Nicole to be taken advantage of. Well, I didn't want Deana to be taken advantage of by RSN, but I didn't take her to court. I never attacked her. You should listen to the videos I've done to Deana about that. So, And if she wants nothing to do with him, the court speaks for itself. You can't deny this court recording. I saw the audio you posted last night. It seems like they both need to drop it. They do. Deana clearly didn't like the court hearing being put out there. Obviously not. But Deana lied about what was said in it and has been going around with her little groupies attacking anyone that she can. So maybe we needed it to be released. They shouldn't have their friends talk on it or each other. They should tell them to stop. The judge is going to look down interacting at all. This is the nicest way as a former paralegal. Yeah. But again, I don't want to talk about this, but I think it's important. I think it's important because of the fact that that's what these people do. I know that Nicole's done some really disgusting things before. I'm not here to talk about that. And by the way, just because Nicole's done some disgusting things before does not now make what's going on today okay. I think that you guys need to learn that. Okay? Because I haven't done any disgusting things either, by the way. And you all claim that I've doxed people I've never doxed. Harassed people I've never harassed. And la 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 la. So, I don't want to speak on all of that. I don't know what happened before I was on here. But I can speak to what happened after I came on here. And I can speak to how psycho Deana is. Considering I had no clue who she was and I just did one stream with the dude. And then all of a sudden I had her up on RSN streams calling him my goddamn boyfriend. And attacking me. They still meme me with Harold all over Twitter. They still claim that I support predators. And just a week ago, because some other drama popped off, because they all hang out with the same people, I had child services at my house saying that I sell my kid online to predators. Who was the predator that they used? Harold. So if you don't mind, I'd like to talk about this. If you didn't attack me with Harold all over the internet, and you guys didn't have West Most attacking me all over the internet, calling me a predator, calling my husband a racist and whatnot, maybe I wouldn't be doing this reaction today. But I got some things to say here. Because, you know, TCAP is just wonderful for how you guys are all handling this. Which, by the way, how come Deana's not on Hanson? Hey? I'm just wondering. How come Deana's not on Hanson? Why am I getting threats to go on Hanson? Why are you putting Jessie K on Hanson that doesn't even have 100 subs? But then Deana has the abuse story of a lifetime with a husband or ex or whatever that ended up in jail for 100 counts of CP of all things. And that's not going to be on Hanson. It's a little sus if you ask me. I'm just saying. Maybe instead of attacking me, you guys should, you know, all get together and actually go after the predators, which would be some of your own friends based on some things I've seen. Shoot it from the sand tower! But here's the thing is that Nicole has people in her camp that are telling her not to talk about it, that are keeping her calm, that are trying to keep her on to other things. Deana doesn't. Deana is around all of the scum on here that, like I said, likes to get off on drama and likes to get off to taking people to court, okay? I don't know what it is with these RSN hosts, but they all just love to take people to court. It's always the goal. So it's weird. And like I said, I feel kind of responsible because if this bitch just attacked me and could have taken me to court, she would have never gone after Nicole. You see? She just really wanted someone to attack. So, you know, that's what's kind of going on here. This court hearing is an example of what these people want to have happen out here. They want this to happen. Nicole's mom had just gone through surgery right before this happened. Yes, see, Ash Mufara is a predator. Exactly. I do not like predators. I am dead against predators of all kinds. Predators against children, predators stealing people's money, like scammers. That's what I do here. Predators like cult leaders. Yep, don't like any of them. All the predators should die. I'm going to get canceled for that. I don't care. So my whole thing with this is I feel kind of bad because I'm like, oh, fuck. What if Deana had just been able to, like, take me to court? Would she have left Nicole alone? But the funny thing is she found out Nicole was in the same state as her, so that would be easier. You know? That would be easier. It would be easier. She wouldn't be attacking people with disabilities. And the thing is that who am I friends with that's a predator? If all the predators died, you'd have no friends. Okay. Cool. I didn't realize that my friends were predators. Again, we're just making up random stuff now. Are you saying that the people in this chat are a predator, Tommy? That's basically what I want to know. I think that a lot of you just, accuse people of being predators. I mean, I'm apparently one that sells my daughter on Instagram, which makes no sense, by the way. I don't know what the fuck. Or how you guys came up with that. That worries me. I'm like, how did they even come up? Like, do people do this? Like, are they doing this? Like, how do you even come up with some of the things that you guys accuse people of? I don't know. It takes a very special mind to think of things like that, if you ask me. So, you know, I wasn't Harold's mod. I literally hardly talked to the guy. He modded everybody that he knew that went in the chat. That meant nothing. It's not like here where I only mod the people that I'm friends with and trust. And again, what does that have to do with anything? That was also before anyone knew he was a predator. I'm supposed to be psychic on here. When I log on the internet, I'm supposed to know every single person, all their fucking shit, their whole history, and everything to do with them. before I even talk to them. If I say hello to someone and I don't know all their history and everything, all of a sudden I'm supporting a predator. Nobody knew what Harold was when I did that stream with him about our Real Stream News. Deana hadn't even come out here yet. She didn't exist. I don't hang out there. Oh, I laughed about the James Franco thing because I have a crush on James Franco, and then apparently he's a predator because of something. I don't know. I don't pay attention to this shit. And I made a joke on it, and they didn't like my joke, which is kind of funny because if I can be a survivor with CPTSD from being a survivor of this stuff as a kid, and I can make jokes about it, why are you so triggered? That's a little weird. What do you mean I was advising H-Bomb how to get out of domestic violence charges? What are you talking about? I didn't even know he had domestic violence charges. I didn't even know that he went to jail the first time. I didn't have any clue. I didn't even know Deana existed. I was in that chat talking about people like Taylor and Raina and Phoenix and Heartbeat's Vanity and Valkyrie and Heather and shit. I wasn't talking about Deana. But Deana wanted to take a bunch of those messages and go off and claim that they were about her. Because, again, she came out here to play victim. That's what she did. She came out here to play victim to attacks. Not even really Harold. Just attacks. You ask a question about the case that she doesn't agree with, all of a sudden, you are now with Harold. You are connected to Harold. You are now helping his family. And the new thing that Deana does now is if someone pisses her off and talks about this in a way she doesn't like, she literally says, "Oh, you want to make this worse for Nicole?" That's disgusting. That's disgusting. You can't go around here doing that. If Steve talks about this, or I talk about this, or Sheepdog talks about this, that has nothing to do with Nicole. Don't you dare go and talk to Nicole about it and blame her. You come talk to me. You blame me for what I do, not Nicole. All right? You don't go make shit crappier for her in court because I'm talking, or because Steve's talking, or someone else is talking. All right? I see that and I snap. I'm like, what does this lady think she's doing? She's going after a disabled woman who was being preyed on by Harold. So for all of you out here that apparently, you're all against the predators, stick up for the victims, well then why are you supporting her taking technically another victim of Harold's to court? It's not like Harold and I talked and then he was like, by the way, I'm a fucking predator. No. I was told he was absolutely fine because he was around Pennywise. And all of you losers who hang out with Deana, you all actually like Pennywise. And he was the one that was best friends with Harold, not me. They were the 6699 went around stopping predators together with TCAP, not me. Right? So, who was friends with Harold? You motherfuckers were, not me. Just because I talked to someone in a stream a couple times and did one stream on them about someone else that had nothing to do with Deana, by the way. Deana wasn't even fucking mentioned. Doesn't mean that we're friends. That's the other thing. I don't have too many friends on here. And the ones that I do have, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for them to gain my trust and to be a friend. Trust. A lot of people keep trying, and it doesn't work out well for them. So you have to think of it like that, though. Literally, she's a victim of this. Yeah, that will probably be tomorrow, Mechanica. That will probably be tomorrow when I talk about on passive, because I did one on Saturday, and I need a break. They drive me insane. But we definitely need one at the end of the month here, because, yeah, we know what these products, they aren't out yet. And tomorrow is technically like, we at the last day here, bro. So, you got to remember, Nicole is technically a victim of Howard's. And she did a little stream message, whatever, where she said that she had a crush on him or whatnot. And yeah, okay, not cool. Nicole, don't have crushes on predators, please. But at the same time, like I said, you have to kind of think of who Nicole is and why that would have happened. If you're not going to take the time to pull yourself away from this and look at everything, the whole situation and every single part of it from the outside, then you can't really talk about this. And so far, I've seen a couple people talk about this and I was impressed. Okay? That's what I'll say. So she's a victim of Harold's, and then Deana takes her to court. Now, I don't really know why people are taking people to court out here on YouTube. Where I come from, as soon as you start threatening a lawsuit, yeah, I know, Joe. Thank you, Joe. As soon as you start threatening a lawsuit, you're supposed to be a lol cow. You know, like how Wes claims he covers lol cows. Well, you're not supposed to be threatening lawsuits, okay? So I don't know where we went wrong out here, but we're getting our O's out on people. Because that's what we do on the internet, is everybody fights and does streams on each other and doxes each other and swats each other and blah, 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 blah. And then you gotta go to court and get ROs and da, 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 da. And that's how people, like, want things to be out here. I know, Joe, I'm so sorry. I've kept you hostage. But it's crazy to me. But yes, Deana took her to court because Deana is so tough. Deana comes out here and she literally makes fun of me because I have a trauma disorder from, like, my past abuse from being a kid and whatnot. And she'll be like, I don't have any mental health issues. And I got abused. So, like, I got abused worse than you did. Which, like, nobody actually knows my abuse story, by the way. I've touched on it briefly here in one video, just kind of briefly, because people went and found out that I was a survivor of that and then blasted it all over the platform to get me canceled for surviving that. I love what we do out here. It's beautiful, beautiful times. You don't want to talk to some dude and then all of a sudden you're lying about everything you've ever said in your life. You're making up your children and all the likes. It's crazy. So Nicole, you know, disabled, and Deana, very tough. All right. She's, like, so tough that she can go through abuse and then be like, I don't have any mental health issues. And all of you people that get mental health issues from abuse, playing victim. Look at you playing victim. And it's like, okay, Deana, you're so tough. You're so tough. Why the hell did you have to take this lady and her mom to court? That's all I want to know. So let's listen to the court case because the recording's been released. The other thing I want to say is Deana's made some really disgusting comments about Nicole, because that's what these people do as well, is they make fun of disabilities. So she's out here trying to tell people that Nicole doesn't have these disabilities. Just like people say, I don't have my disability. It's because they don't want to get caught for going after someone with disabilities. So they deny that the disability exists in hopes that people will support them and be like, oh, this person lies about disabilities? Oh, now they're an awful person and I'm going to go attack them. And it's the dumbest game I've ever seen in my life. We have gotten to the point on this platform where people are being forced to show the legal documents and their medical documents in order to prove their past abuse, their mental health. I showed documents because of my fucking abuse. Like, it's gotten ridiculous. Nobody should ever feel the need to do that. I mean, Deana wants to do it. She wants to come out here and show off all of her court documents and whatnot. But I just think we've reached a weird time on YouTube where there's people, like, attacking people, forcing court documents out, saying they're lying about things. I don't like to say that Deana is not. Oh yeah, but I don't care what Nicole said, Sammy B. Do you not understand that maybe she was embarrassed? Are you really that dumb that you can't really pull yourself away and be like, maybe Nicole said it's only a physical disability because of how you all treat people with mental disabilities. You treat them like crap. I have one. You treat me like crap. CPTSD isn't a mental health disorder. It's a fucking brain disorder. My brain's rewired. All right? And you treat me like crap. You treat people that have autism like crap. You treat people like crap with mental disabilities. So I don't blame Nicole for maybe not wanting to let you know. It doesn't matter what she said. It matters what she has. Okay? And if you can't take your head out of your ass for 2 seconds to realize that, then I have no hope for you. It was said many times and confirmed by others. You're doing it right now. You're literally trying to deny her shit right now. When she sent in medical documents to the court, as we're going to hear, and her own mother states in this recording that she has autism and other disabilities. How can you still sit here and be like, well, Nicole said she didn't many times, so she must not? Yeah, if I was Nicole, I probably wouldn't have wanted to tell you about them either. I see the way you treat people with things like that. I'd deny it too. I have other health issues you guys don't know about that I deny. Because I don't want you to find out. Because you'll start attacking me. And attacking people with it all over the fucking internet. And I can't deal with watching that go down. Turn off your damn car alarm outside, damn it! Sorry. So this is what I mean. Like, you're a perfect example of why Nicole would lie. And who are these others that it's been confirmed by? Because I'm about to hear her own mother say it. So please tell me who would know more about Nicole than her own mother and her doctor. You can't. Yes, many people with mental health issues, especially, or other mental issues, mental disabilities, do deny them. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's obvious that Nicole has disabilities. Okay? Like, if you can't literally listen to Nicole and be like, oh, she has that, then you're dumb. It doesn't give her the right to do that. It doesn't. But it didn't give Deana a right to dox her family either. I'm just saying. And what gives you guys the right to dox my family and to make sex cartoons, including my daughter? I'm just wondering. Because that's your camp, sweetheart. That's the people that hung out with you. That did that. Like Taylor, Raina, all these losers all hung out with Sue. So I wouldn't bring that up with me. I'm still wondering why it was okay to make cartoons of sexual things, including my daughter. So before you talk to me about predators and all this other shit. I'm not the one. I'll be your worst nightmare. If you want to start coming out here sticking up for predators and predatory behavior and sticking up for people attacking people. Yeah, I have an actual cartoon made that includes my daughter in it that is really gross. It's disgusting. I have a video out on it. I reacted to it, and then people claim it never happened. Oh yeah, people delete their videos on me, and then they'll be like, I never made a video, Queen. It's just your mental health. You imagined it, Queen. You imagined that video. It's like, no, I didn't. Okay, just because I have this mental health issue doesn't mean that you can just gaslight me like that. That's why I'm not the one. Well, I don't know, Sammy. Why are you hanging out with them? You're over there in Deana's chat. It's everyone that was around Deana right now and a bunch of other people that did that to me. So if you think that that's awful, maybe you shouldn't be over there. and in my chat going off sticking up for the hoe. All I'm going to say. Because Deana hangs out with all the people that did that to me. Wes was fine with it. You know, like this is a thing that's been going out here for a while. So, these are what these people do. They attack families and then try to take them to court. All right? Usually they're jealous over men. In my case, it was a bunch of bitches that wanted Suit Yourself and Real Stream News. All right? In Nicole's case, it's Harold. And I even got it for Harold, too. But, you know, whatever. Apparently he was my boyfriend. And that wasn't a display of weird craziness at all. Like, even if he was my boyfriend, what did that have to do with Real Stream News? Just saying. Just saying, okay? I'm married, by the way, so no one's my boyfriend on here. Let's listen to this, and let's just have a little talk-see about what goes on here. Because there's been a couple people that have talked about this, but I would like to talk about it. Because, like I said, I have a big fucking mouth. And despite what you guys want to think, I actually do have education and training and have worked in social services. And I just have some things to say. Some things that have also been missed when people have reacted. Sheepdog did a great reaction, by the way, but she's like really sweet and I'm like really scared of her being, I'm like, oh my God, sweetheart, these people are going to tear you alive. Please be careful.
On Zoom, there's a party that's identified as 21CA2820. Can you state your name, please? All right, Ms. Magliano, Jonathan Nicole Allen was served. She's failed to appear here today. There has been some communication with my office, but so she's not aware.
Okay, so this is the first court case. This is the first court case in which Nicole didn't end up showing up. There was a time difference, like, mess up, which, by the way, I just want to let you know, Deana was counting on it. She and her friends thought it would be hilarious if Nicole and her mom couldn't figure out the time difference and didn't. Like, they wanted to get her on that. Which is weird. I don't understand the, like, wanting to. Usually when someone goes to court for a restraining order, like, it's not like this, okay? I've had to go before for an ex. It was not fun. It was not like a yay moment. It wasn't like a, oh, I hope that this happens and then this happens. Like, I don't remember thinking that way at all. I was just really horrified and wanted to get it over with. So, like, again, maybe that's just me, though.
Of the service, clearly, and there's proof of service, but she's failed to appear. I will enter this injunction for a period of 10 years. She will be under order to not have any further contact with you. Any violation, you can report to the sheriff, to the clerk's office, and it will be considered for prosecution. Okay?
Can you ask a question?
What's your question?
Is there any way to make sure in the order that she's not allowed to call me this code name she uses for me online, that she refers to my daughter and I?
Okay. Comments online are, frankly, freedom of speech. So any communication directed towards you is one thing, but comments made in the public arena are another.
No,
I can't restrict her from using the code name. Frankly, I can't. It's a restriction on freedom of speech. You're entitled to be safe, and you're entitled to an order to be kept away from her and for her to not contact you directly. But no restrictions on her freedom of speech are prohibited by the Constitution.
Okay.
All right. You can pick up. You'll get your paperwork outside in just a minute.
Okay. Thank you.
Inside the box.
So we wanted to restrict her from speaking online, using code names. I didn't know we could do that. Jesus, I would have taken Suit to court and been like, can you please restrict him from calling me Queen of Spark all over the place? That would be wonderful. Can you please restrict everyone from calling me Real Stream News' ex-girlfriend? That would be wonderful. I didn't know I could do that. Jeez, I'm learning some things.
Inside the box.
There's a main video on this, so I can...
All right, good afternoon. I'm addressing case 21DR15975, Deana Magliano versus Jonica Allen. This case has been on this docket previously, and there have been some documents filed with the court since the final judgment was entered. Where I see here Galaxy A32, two women. Can you please state your names?
I'm Jacqueline Johnson. I'm Janika Allen's mother.
Okay.
And this is my daughter, Janika Allen.
All right. And Ms. Magliano, can you turn on your video and audio, please?
Ma'am?
I see Deana Magliano on the Zoom.
Yo, Deana.
Video and audio are not
Yo,
on.
Deana, wake up! Wake up, Deana!
Sorry, I didn't know how to
And we were delayed.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't know how to do it. This girl and her technology issues is full of crap. This is just like when she's like, I don't have the internet at my house and I have to drive 2 hours to go on stream. But then whenever she pops off and gets mad, she can just all of a sudden stream. It's amazing. The internet works at her house when it wanted to and when it didn't want to. And now all of a sudden she doesn't know how to turn on the camera and turn off a mic. She only uses StreamYards all the time. You know, only been streaming out here for over a year. But we don't know how to be in a call. You know, even though you went on Google Hangouts and all the likes with RSN, she apparently doesn't know how to be in a call and turn on her camera and her mic. No, she thought she was actually going to be able to sit there and not have those things on and just like listen while the judge just like went after Nicole, right? And she'd just get to sit there and be like, haha. But the judge was like, no, turn your shit on. She's like, I don't know how to. I don't know how to use the technology. And I don't know how. You know, you don't know how when it's convenient, right?
Okay. All right. I previously entered an injunction in this case. I note that the record reflects Ms. Allen lives in Pensacola. Ms. Magliano was previously here in Hillsborough County. Are you still living in Hillsborough County, Ms. Magliano, or have you left?
No, I'm going to be leaving the state within the next 4 days. My house closes in 4 days.
Okay. And let me have you all raise your right hand and swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Bear with me 1 second, Your Honor, because I got to pull my other leg. I just had a hip replacement surgery.
All right.
And I got to
take it easy.
sit up.
I'm just asking you to raise your right hand. Okay.
Yes.
Her mother just had a a hip replacement surgery. It's kind of sad that her mom was made to go to this and do this stuff. But what's even more sad is that they expected her mom and her to like drive several hours to go to court. Thankfully, this ended up being on video, a video court. So she didn't have to go anywhere, but she's obviously still recovering from surgery. Sorry. So I don't know. There's something really disgusting about the whole thing. Just the taking her to court, the mom being like just out of surgery over what? Over some streams that you just had to not listen to? But the thing is that you won't not listen to them. I don't listen to people when they stream about me. I haven't watched like most of the streams about me, especially in the last like couple years here. I listened to like the first few Suit did and then I was done. So I don't understand like going and listening. I've never watched any of Wes's streams. I have no clue what the mofo said. I just tried to figure out how my husband was apparently racist. And I found out that Deana's man going on streams and dropping the N-word to come at Nicole is not racist. But my husband using the word boy is racist. So if you need to know what racism is, that's where we're at with Wes Most and racism right now. Because he hangs out with Deana. She's in all the chats. So, you know, that's not racist for Christian to come out here and be all like, I can drop the N-word. I can drop the N-word because I used to be in prison. I robbed banks. It's like, yeah, you guys all hang out with wonderful people. Wonderful people. All the dudes you hang out with got like criminal records. The women are just all fucking trash. Like, I don't know, okay? But get some help. Get some help. It's just gross that her mom had to do this after the surgery. It's like, makes my head hurt.
Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes.
And Miss Jonica Allen as well. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you all know one another?
We don't know. Are you asking?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know each other. So it's like, why are you here then?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
May I speak, Mother?
Yes, go ahead.
First of all, I'd like to apologize for missing the first trial because we got the time zone mixed up.
Damn it, Steve.
How do y'all know one another?
Well, okay, yeah. Now, from what I understand, the only way my daughter knew, I found out that my daughter knew this lady. This young lady, fiance, or husband, or whatever he is to her, when he was in prison, he was contacting my daughter last year. I had no knowledge that she was even in contact or communicating.
Now, for those that don't know, and I wasn't aware of any of this either, but apparently before I was like ever talking to Harold, Deana had like taken him to court and charged him for abuse or something, and then like he got out and they like got back together. So that's what she's talking about here. She's talking about the fact that he already went to jail and got out. Right? I had no clue of this. I found this out afterwards because everyone was like, Queen's supporting. Queen's the one that got Harold out of jail the first time. And I was like, no, the first time? What do you mean first time? Then they were like, oh yeah, he already beat Deana. She already charged him. And then Pennywise helped them get back together. And I was like, okay, so then what? I wasn't even around for that. What the fuck did that have to do with me? Just because what? Nobody told me about that? I'm supposed to be psychic out here. I'm supposed to know. I'm supposed to know what everyone's doing at all times. But that's what she's talking about. Because, Deana was so badly abused by Harold, that she went back the first time. Which is a little strange because if you listen to this story, apparently she already knew about the pedo stuff. I'm just throwing it out there. She had found some backpack that had some things and she was like, what are these? Oh my God. And then just ignored it. And was like, yeah, let's get back together. I'll bring my kid around you. That sounds good. And no one ever talks about this. No one ever talks about this. How could you get anyone out of jail in the States? I don't know, Joe. Apparently, I also get them out of the jail in South Asia, too. Apparently, I got some Roger guy out of jail in South Asia in, 2014. I don't know what's going on out here. We got a lot of history, apparently, on the internet we were unaware of. But that's what I mean. That's what these people do. They, try to blame you for the shit they've done on here. I wasn't even around for that. Literally, I wasn't even around for that, dude. I didn't get Harold out of jail. This is just how apparently I was trying to give him advice on how to get him out of jail. I didn't even know he was going to jail. I left before the pedo stuff really came out. I left that, around Harold's community because Deana had been abused and came out and said I was abused, okay? Stewie and Bridget, brown-eyed girl, did a couple streams where they were like, yeah, this Harold guy's a piece of crap. He beat up his ex. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. As a survivor, I can't be down with that. So I literally wrote Harold an email. And I was like, listen, I can't support anything you're doing. I can't support anything you're doing at all. I can't. I'm glad, Roger. I hope that means that you're not going to chase my husband around anymore and threaten to fight him in discords then. For whatever little crushies you got on me. Maybe that's what we need. We need you to think I'm disgusting. So apparently, you know, he was in jail a first time. I left that community due to that. What am I trying to, what can I not prove? What can I not prove? Everybody knows that Stewie and Bridget did a fucking stream where they were like, Harold's gross. Rah. Are you saying I'm lying? I wasn't around there after that, so I don't know. What do I got to prove? And then what happened is I was getting attacked. And then all of a sudden, Harold was a predator. And I was already around, like, away from that shit. I was like around other people at that point. I was like, yeah, no, let's fuck this dude. Let's go. So they're talking about the first time. Okay. The first time. Yeah. Joe, can you get Roger out of here? He's going to like, nobody likes him. He's going to cause a lot of problems here. Like, everyone's going to freak out. He stalks my husband. It's so weird. I can't prove anything people did to you. Yeah, I have all the videos of me reacting and showing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that upsets you so much. You guys seem to think that just because Suit deleted his channel that you guys can be like, none of this ever happened. Queen's making up things with her mental health. You forgot that they all got archived and shit. That's the greatest part. And that they're up there. There's a whole Kiwi Farms. Okay? Not on me. It's not even on me. That's the funny part as well. It makes them very mad. They ended up doing it on like Souvenir Juice instead of me. They were like, that wasn't supposed to happen. They were supposed to be putting Queen on Kiwi Farms. And he got all mad. It was great. So, yeah, they're talking about the first time. The first time. First time. Okay? Which, again, I wasn't even really aware of. I had to find all that out, like, way after. Because people were like, well, how did you not know that he was an abuser when he already went to jail? And I was like, I don't know these people. I'm not from this area of the interwebs. I come from a completely different area of the internet where it's beautiful and people smell flowers and everyone gets along and nobody calls the cops on people, okay? I don't know what's going on over here. These people are crazy. Legit. Where I come from, my communities, they don't act like this. I don't know what these people are all on, but it's very strange, okay? We usually just get doxxed by, like, scammers, cult leaders, MLM hunbots, and we're like, okay, whatever. I don't hang out on Kiwi Farms. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I forgot. I run Kiwi Farms, apparently, with, Irate Alex and Gigi. Woo! Go us. All right, so this is the first time. I just want to make it known. This is the first time he went to jail. Nicole and he were talking. He went to jail. Nicole was still talking to him. It's the first time. But Deana's not going to take it as the first time.
With someone in prison. When I found out about it, he had gotten out, and this young lady, I guess he and this young lady lived together, was using a lot of profanity. I try to give my daughter her privacy because she goes nowhere. She has no life. She goes nowhere without me. I don't allow her. She don't have any friends to visit, no boyfriends, none of that. I don't allow it because of her mental and physical condition. She participates she was participating in Special Olympics bowling and also Miracle League softball. And that's her life, other than her little stuff, TikTok stuff in her room. Now, this young lady was using a lot of profanity with my daughter as I passed her room last year. And I asked her, who is this? Who is that you're talking to? And she was cussing my daughter out about a man. And my daughter don't have no man. This when I found out that this man was communicating with my child when he was in prison and when he got out. Now,
when he was in prison and when he got out. Is Harold still in prison right now from the next time he went in? Yes. So he hasn't gotten out this time. Just keep that in mind.
I told my daughter, don't talk to these people anymore. no communication with the man nor this young lady.
Or
and
anyone
I
around
assumed
her.
that it had ended. And then I found out later when I received a summons for this court that she had still been communicating with my daughter. And then my daughter, her being her mental level, I said, Nika, I told you, these people are no good. You don't communicate with.
And that's because, if anyone's wondering, people like Taylor and Raina, and I've known Nicole on here since 2019, sweetheart. Nicole and I have known each other for a while. I'm really sorry that you think that I'm new to Nicole. So sad. It's so sad when Valkyrie comes in fake accounts and tries to start shit, isn't it? So, again, just remember, that's the first time. The first time it goes to jail, comes out. Now, Raina and Taylor and these girls, like I said, they like to pretend to be your friend to keep you gassed up. So what had happened is they had all gone back to Nicole's community. And I know this because I showed up for a stream one day and all of a sudden all these bitches were back. And I was like, Nicole, what are you doing? No, don't hang out with these people. Like, these are the scum of the internet. Like, they're the scum of the fucking internet, dude. Like, don't have them. And Nicole and I kind of gotten into an argument. Because I was like, don't have Taylor there. Don't have fucking Deana. Stay away from Raina. Stay away from all of these, really disgusting shit, too. Me and Abe don't really get along because he used to support CJ, but I don't think he does anymore. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't remember accusing Abe of anything, though. Ever. Except for being really rude in a live stream one time about Deana, which I actually got him in trouble for. And then he apologized, and then they were getting along. So that's where I left off at Abe. I haven't talked to Abe since. This is the first time since then. And he's being nice, so I'm not going to be mean. But, I told her, I was like, what are you doing? Don't. Please, believe me. These people are the scum of the fucking world, Nicole. They're just using you. Because that's what it is. That's what it is. It's them using her. Because they know that they can rile her up and get her to go around and attacking people. I know this because they try to do it with me all the time. Sometimes I let them. Sometimes I don't. It's not intended to gas Nicole up. She wouldn't be gassed up by having people stick up for her. But, yeah, that's what happened. And I was like, why are they all back? And she was like, because they're my friends now. And I fixed everything with RSN. And I was like, oh my God, don't even do that now. Come on, Nicole. Come on, Nicole. So I remember that. And then they got into another fight. And then these people all literally fucking, started again on her. Literally started again on her. And it was like, oh my God. And that's what she's talking about here. But again, that's what these people get off on doing. That's kind of the thing that they like to do.
These people. And she said, oh, Mama, but they my friends now. She apologized. Me and her made up. This young lady. Right here, Deana,
right
whatever her name is. She said, Mama, we made up and we all friends now. Me and her boyfriend, they all talks to me. My daughter just looking for somebody to be her friend.
Wait. You mean the boyfriend, the bank robber? Yeah, no, get your kid away from that right now. Get Nicole far away. That's the other thing. The new man that Deana's with was a bank robber. And she uses that as a threat to people. My bank robber boyfriend's gonna come and kick your ass. It's like, okay, we'll be waiting.
He's not a threat to anyone.
All right, Ms. Magliano, why do you feel you still need an injunction against Jonica Allen?
First off, her mother has the story completely wrong. So either her daughter is lying to her, or she just is unaware of the
Nobody interrupted you,
chain of
Ms.
events
Allen.
that happened. because that is not true. So I can give it to you in a nutshell. First off, I was never married to the person she's claiming. I have no idea if he was contacting her while...
Okay, first off, I was never married to the person. She didn't say you were. She said fiance or husband or whatever he was to her. And then she later just said she guessed you guys were living together. So the fact that you got so triggered and had to sit there with those semantics is just ridiculous to me. Then listen to this.
While he's been in jail, he's been in Hillsborough County Jail for 450 days. So if they communicate in jail, I don't know. I have not spoken to him since February 5th of 2021.
He's been in Hillsborough County Jail for 411 days. If she was speaking to him, I'm unaware of it. Oh my God, she's speaking to him now. No, you dumb cunt. She meant the first time. The first time he went to jail and got out, they were talking. All right? After that, they haven't spoken. Because her mom found out and was like, don't talk to this dude. And then the only people that she was talking to that her mom was worried about was you and your boyfriend. Because he's also a piece of crap. Who's gone to the pen for Lord knows how long for friggin' armed robbery. But that's okay, because it was like a long time ago. It was like a long time ago, and people changed, even though he does streams where he drops the N-bomb like nothing, and then says, I could say that because I was in prison. But he's not racist, white. He's not. He's not racist. Ask West Most. You're only racist if you call someone boy. So yeah, she's all about how it's now this time. So after this court case, do you guys remember Deana flipping out all over her channel about how Nicole was still talking to Harold while he was in jail? Because I do, and now I understand why. I was like, oh, that's why that happened. Because the dumb lady heard that and went, oh my God, she's talking to Harold right now. Like, no, that's not what she said, but okay, Deana. Okay, don't worry. You don't have to be aware of them talking right now because they haven't been. But according to you, they have been, right? And she's telling Harold all the things that you've been doing online. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Long story short, she had a crush on him. This was an online thing. I didn't know anything about them. When all of this started, she started attacking me because she had a crush on him. I have proof, evidence of anything you want to see. I ignored it. I tried not to deal with it.
No, you
She
didn't.
live streamed every single night for a year. I have it on a flash drive. You can have it anytime you want it.
And that's what they do, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. I have it on a flash drive. Here's the thing. When I first logged on here and people started drama with me, I wasn't saving shit. I didn't save all of my conversations. I didn't record all of the times that I talked to people. That's something that crazy people do. I don't go around and SS all of the comments under all of the videos. I don't follow people around and find out what they're commenting and SS it, but all these bitches do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had a really hard time on Twitter in 2020. And I got attacked by them about freaking comments in like a Holy Undead live stream. And I was like, how do you even have SS's of my comments in this stream? Like, that's weird. Why are you following me around the internet, SSing my comments? But that's what these people do. And then they gather the evidence. Why do you have Nicole's streams? Oh, Lord, help my life. Why do you have a disk drive of all of Nicole's streams? Like, why? I gotta start creating these disk drives of all these streams people do on me, man. I'm apparently slacking. It's so weird. But that's what they want to do. They want to gather evidence because their goal is to get you in trouble legally or get a restraining order or whatever else. The next RV scammer. Yeah, I heard she's gone Rich Life. I heard she went Rich Life. I was like, really? It was, we sold our house for an RV? Okay. Okay. That's weird. But that's what these people do, is they want to try to upset people so that they will react badly. And then they'll save the stream. And then they'll go play victim. But it's like someone like Nicole with her disabilities, it's very unfair to do that. But she's easy, isn't it? It's an easy target. And that's what they look for. They look for people they think will be easy targets to upset. Like Nicole, like myself, like October. People that have disabilities, people that have traumas in their background that have affected them. Some of us have a hard time, all right? And we have a need to stick up for ourselves, especially those of us with trauma in our backgrounds from abuse and whatnot. We were unable to stick up for ourselves when we went through that stuff. So after we go through all the counseling and all the work, we kind of get really hardcore at sticking up for ourselves. It's like no one can say nothing without me sticking up for myself. And so they look for that. They look for people like that they can then rile up and do things to and push and poke and pry at. And then they collect all of this evidence, if you will, and then try to get you in legal trouble and whatnot. But I just find it very strange why people collect all these things is all I'm saying. I don't do the A-logging of people. I find it strange.
She would refer to me as stupid white trash. She would attack my minor child. I'm not no good no matter what this woman wants to say. I'm a homeowner, a business owner. I work very hard. I want nothing to do with her.
Well, no. See, you were a homeowner, but remember your house was closing in 4 days? Remember when you... No? Okay.
It has been continuous since you granted the order on March 23rd. She spent an additional month after that.
That's because it takes about a month or so for the paperwork to be done up. And then it usually takes some time for them to come and deliver it. They have to do like an actual like delivery where Nicole has to sign for this paperwork, right? When you get like a summons or something like this, like they come to the door and they're like, sign. You have to sign. They have to have proof that you received the paperwork. She probably wouldn't have had this until at least June. And I don't know when she got it, by the way. This is just my knowledge of the court systems. And yes, I know a little bit about the US too. I've had to learn it. And that's just kind of the way that it goes. So if she only talked about you for a month after that, right, then technically that makes sense because she wouldn't have had the paperwork at that time. And then she would have received the paperwork. And then she's been pretty good since then, huh?
Using code names to refer to me to continue to attack me online. From what I understand, she's been suspended indefinitely from the Special Olympics or whatever it is she deals with.
And that was done by you. That was done by you.
Well, the only thing I would have to ask about Deana, though, is why would Deana attack me for being around Harold as well? You have to think, I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. Do you think I would have wanted to be around him? But nobody thought about how that would affect me. So again, why am I always having to think of how everyone else is feeling? No one ever thinks about me. So no, I don't really care.
Your Honor, that was done by
I'm listening.
And I'm going to explain to you about the Special Olympics. And Mr. Damien,
Stop. Go ahead,
Okay.
Ms. Magliano.
I don't have anything to do with that. I've never spoken to anybody in the Special Olympics. I'm not out on a witch hunt to get...
Yeah, you have. You actually have threatened it on your live streams. I guess you forget those? Did you delete those ones? See, this is why these bitches have to keep Google Drives of each other, right? Because they lie on live streams. They dirty delete things. And then they sit there going on live streams. It's ridiculous, but it's welcome to this side of the internet, I guess, the void, if you will. Ugh. So, again, though, she's lying, but you're lying, Deana. You're lying. You went up on streams several times threatening to get her removed from the Special Olympics. You and your friends thought it was hilarious to be all like, wow, wonder what the Special Olympics would think of Nicole talking about you when you're an abuse victim. And it's like this Deana girl thinks she can go around and talk about anyone, attack anyone, and then be like, well, I was abused by Harold, so I'm allowed. And it's like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Get Nicole or her mother. I want to be left alone. For her to go online every single day and continuously attack me over
all right, so Deana, why are you in West chats? Again, you seem to have no problem when other people are getting attacked every single day. See, that's the difference between me and you, is that I have actually told people to even lay off on Deana. I've told people to please don't. Me and Cupid Stuck got into a couple fights. Not like actual fights, but like little back and forth where I would be like, I really don't like you questioning her abuse. Don't question the abuse. Don't like question that shit. I don't like that. I'm not into that. People have done that shit to me and I don't like it. So please don't do that. I don't like that shit. But everyone keeps doing it to me and then I get mad and then I do it back. It's great fun. But that's my thing, is how come she's okay when it happens to other people? But then she wants to be like, oh, don't do it to me. I just want to know. Because I don't understand that type of behavior. All right? The issue out here is this. People seem to drop their morals and values based on who they like in the moment. It's like, you can do anything to me right now, by the way. You can do anything to me on here. No one will get mad at you. But do anything to someone else like that you do to me, and people flip out, for example. So it's kind of like this thing where Deana's like, oh, don't come at me. Don't question my stuff. But then I'm going to go around and I'm going to come at whoever the hell I want. And I'm going to question them of anything I want and blah, 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 blah. And I've been noticing this out here a lot. It seems that people aren't against the behavior, right? Like they should be. Usually, you dox. That's bad behavior. Shouldn't be okay with doxing. But these people are okay with doxing as long as you're doxing someone they don't like. Calling cops and child services is something you should never do when you're arguing with people on the internet. But they'll be okay with doing it to someone if it's someone they don't like. Bringing kids into drama is a big thing that these women do. They love to attack people's children. And you just heard Deana say she didn't want her kid attacked. And they'll all rile up together and be like, leave Deana's kid alone, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll go into a stream and they'll talk about my kid and her disabilities and how she can't read and all this shit. Do you see what I mean? They're not against the behavior. They're only against it when it's happening to someone they like. And then when it happens to someone they don't like, all bets are off. We don't have any rules. We have no rules. Freedom of speech. I'm in Canada. Canada is a bit different when it comes to freedom of speech and attacks. People keep forgetting that. I have never, ever actually called. I have threatened cops and child services on the people that have called on me, and I have brought kids into the drama of the people who endlessly bring my kid into drama. If you're going to do it to me, then don't get upset when I give you a little piece of your own medicine. Because you guys did it to me for like 2 years before I was like, okay, all right, here we go. I'll do something back then. So remember that. And yeah, you can ignore comments online, ignore the streams, just saying I don't listen to people streaming about me.
Man that I was involved with that ruined my life. Literally 2 weeks ago, she put another video up on her page professing her love for him and how she misses him. It's still on her YouTube channel right now.
What does that have to do with you?
I'm sorry. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. We always have to hear that again. I love it. I love this judge. Go, judge.
A man that I was involved with that ruined my life. Literally 2 weeks ago, she put another video up on her page for professing her love for him and how she misses him. It's still on her YouTube channel right now.
What does that have to do with you?
Well, what does that have to do with you? Do you see how this isn't even about, like, their argument? It's not even about their argument. She's all fucking mad that Nicole's, like, had a crush on Harold. That's what all of this has been about. Like, who cares about this? What does that have to do with you? Like the judge said. Who cares? Is that an attack on you now? And the thing is that Deana will take that as an attack on her. It's okay for me to get memed with him, by the way, even though I'm a survivor of this shit from childhood. Oh yeah, no, use your ex to trigger me all you want. But then when Nicole posts up a little video, which was, by the way, like this video it was like a short. It was 30 seconds. I don't know if it's still up on her channel or not, but I watched it. And I also wrote a comment, was like, come on, Nicole. Don't have a crush on this guy, Nicole. You could do better. I promise. But, like, it was nothing. It's fucking stupid to even bring it up. Like, that wasn't an attack on you, Deana. She just did this little video. I remember my old crush, Harold. And she had, like, a few little pictures of him and shit. And there was, like, some music playing. This is all about that. It's not even anything to do. The main meat of this whole thing is how she's upset that Nicole talked to Harold and that Nicole had a crush on Harold and that Harold used to kind of flirt with her. Like I said, Harold was kind of like egging Nicole on the whole time. He did. He used to come and like, he called everyone mama, but I mean, some people may have taken it as his flirting and whatnot. So I don't get it. It's always been about Harold. Hope Nicole is putting money on his books. No, she wouldn't be. That's the thing. Is that and she hasn't been speaking to him since he's been in jail this time because her mom found out about this stuff, you know? So it's just really weird. I have to pay for some stuff, but I do plan on buying everything and releasing all the docs pertaining to this case. Yeah, see, I am not about releasing court documents. I just think it's very dangerous when you're out here and you're asking for court documents and whatnot. But again, that's me. I don't control Steve. Steve can do what Steve wants. Steve is his own grown adult person, but I don't personally agree with looking up the documents or questioning certain things like that. I just think that that's going too far. But I understand why you want to do that. Like, this is probably all I'm going to do. And then I'm moving on. And hopefully they move on too. I don't know. Jesus Christ. They never do they? These people never do. Lord, we're almost done this thing. It's 13 minutes and this somehow turned into a 2-hour stream. And I don't know how this happened.
It has nothing to do with me except for he is the reason she has continuously attacked me. I mean, I got him out of my...
No, Deana, do you want to know the reason why she's continuously attacked you? Because your own friends gas her up. Maybe you should go talk to Cammie, Ani, Taylor, Raina. That's why. It has nothing to do with Harold. Do you really think Nicole actually cares about Harold? Probably not that much. Maybe she had a little crush on him. But trust, that's not what it is. You were just as guilty going up on streams and streaming about her every day. And you apparently didn't have internet connection. But like I said, all of a sudden you'd get it whenever you needed it. It was very convenient, wasn't it? And that's my thing, is that you're no better. Everything you accuse Nicole of doing, you've done. And probably worse. You've doxed people out here too, Deana. I have someone in my channel like, well, Nicole doxed people like 4 years ago on YouTube. And I'm like, that's nice. I don't care. Deana has straight up doxed people in the last year. So what do you mean? Again, that's what I mean when I say They're not against the behavior of doxing. It's just who it happens to. Is it someone you don't like? Okay, then we're good with it. Someone that you do like, though, then you're mad. Otherwise, these people would have all told Deana to stop doxing people all over her goddamn channel. Because she has done that. But again, she makes it about Harold. It's all about Harold. It's not like I was trying to... And someone said to me at the beginning of this, like, oh, Deana was just trying to warn Nicole about Harold. You don't think that Deana didn't have a bunch of people already telling her to stay away from Harold? And she doesn't bring that up here. It's not like in this court case she goes, I was really worried about Nicole talking to Harold. So yes, I reached out to her a bunch of times and tried to stop her from doing that. Like how I was really worried about you talking to RSN, Deana. Like that? You know? No. That's not what she says here. That's not what she says here. She's like, she was still talking to my ex. She did a video saying that she liked him. It's his fault that she's attacking me. It's not like Harold was like, hey, Nicole, can you please attack Deana? That never happened. So it's dumb.
Life, and now I have one of his groupies attacking me because of him. Okay. I want nothing to do with her.
Sweetie, he doesn't have groupies. That was your last husband, the one that was in Cannibal Corpse. Don't get them mixed up.
This is what, Miss, let me see your daughter, ma'am. Let me see your daughter.
Okay, here she is.
Miss Allen, do you understand that you have absolutely no reason to contact or to talk about Deana Magliano online? Do you understand that?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Are you still in contact with this man that's in jail?
No.
Okay. And you should have no reason to contact him either. He's in another county. You know, I don't know, it sounds like you've never met, so you should have no reason to contact him. I previously entered an injunction for a period of 10 years, and I hadn't heard from the respondent. I now note and recognize, based on her mother's testimony, that the respondent has some physical and mental challenges. I'm going to leave this in place through the end of this year, December 31st of 2022. And Ms. Allen, you need to make sure you have no further contact, no further comments online, and just leave her and these other people alone. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, but can you also tell her and her people to leave Nicole alone? That would be great. I'm just saying, it goes both ways. So that 10-year restraining order that she got, which, by the way, I don't know whose dick she had to suck to get a 10-year restraining order. It's pretty much impossible. I don't know who dick she's sucking down at the courthouse, that Deana. She must be just, I guess Christian and her have an open relationship or something. I don't know. Like, that's unheard of. Getting a 10-year restraining order is pretty much unheard of. There are women that have, like, almost been murdered by their exes that cannot get a 10-year restraining order. But then this cunt somehow gets a 10-year restraining order against fucking some girl on the internet that's streaming about her that has disabilities. Like, really? I don't know what happened there. But it just got changed. And now it runs out at the end of this year. Because the judge actually got the other side of the story and was like, yeah, no, this is ridiculous. This is some ridiculous bull crap to even be in my courtroom right now over some fucking guy. Basically, that's what the judge is thinking. The judge is thinking, I have these two girls fighting over some loser in jail. Why are we here? Okay, RO, till the end of the fucking year just to get you out of my courtroom.
Your Honor, may I say something that I wanted to add? I sent you 2 emails from 2 of her doctors that you should have received today concerning.
So are you all telling me that them doctors made fake letters to the court? Oh my God. Oh my God. Whatever are we going to do? What are we going to do? Everyone says that Nicole said she's not disabled, so that means she's not disabled. Oh my God. What are we going to do here? Whatever are we going to do? What are we going to do, guys? I'm scared. I feel like that's breaking the law. They were like, Nicole says she doesn't have disabilities. Because again, you can't, obviously Nicole is going to say that. Don't tell you guys all my shit either, okay? Just saying. So this is what I mean. And they're like, no, Nicole doesn't have any disabilities. Nicole's not disabled. So then how the hell did the court have documents from the doctor? Huh? No, sweetie, I only accuse the people that I see doing that in the group. So you gotta be in my Discord and my subreddit for that. And I know who all of you are. So I don't actually go around accusing everyone. But thank you. You just don't want to be a part of the people that actually are, because you is. But this is what I mean. Like, it's just, what do you mean? What do you mean this woman doesn't have disabilities? How can you still say that? Are you really that dumb? Like, who are these people? So apparently if Nicole did get a letter from her doctor stating her disabilities, and then she did, like an idiot, which I would tell her not to do. All right? If she did, yeah, I do have spies. I do have a couple people in your camp that are more worried about me that you think you're friends with. Oh yeah, I'll play the same games you do, sweetheart. So, like, how could this even be? So Nicole gets a letter from her doctor that even if she did sit here and show it to all of you, you would still sit there and say that, oh, well, Nicole said she doesn't have them. Nicole says she doesn't have any disabilities, so that means she doesn't have it, even though there's this doctor letter and her mom saying she does. Like, what is wrong with your people's heads? First of all, who are you to question people's disabilities on here? I just want to know that, first and foremost. And then secondly, when you get proof that the person obviously is disabled, which, like I've said, no offense to Nicole, but you can fucking tell just by looking at her and hearing her talk, okay? She has a physical disability. Like, hello, that would be like someone being in a wheelchair and then you being like, that person's not disabled. It's like, that's not how this works. Okay? So you can tell she's disabled. So if she sat here, though, and proved it, it wouldn't matter to these people. Because to these people, it's not about proof and actual proof and proving yourself. It's just all lore. It's drama. They just lie about things. You know? So her mom says, yeah, you got the court documents. Her mom says in this, Nicole's very disabled. I don't care what Nicole said in the past. I'm going by today, what I'm hearing right now. From the mother. And the fact the court got court documents. There, problem solved. Nicole has disabilities. I'm glad that we all worked that out so well together. Because anyone that says otherwise, I am telling you, you're a moron. You can call him a moron from me.
Her health issues. Also, I wanted to add, two of the officers that came to my home to deliver the summons for the court interviewed my daughter, had a chance to meet her. And one of them, with the officers, he was a detective. He was outraged. He encouraged me. He said, you need to contact the judge. She needs to know your daughter's condition. He said, because this is a bunch of garbage.
The police were like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I don't know why I'm delivering this summons. Like, this fucking girl on the internet that says she's so much tougher than everyone and she doesn't have any disabilities or trauma, so she's so much better. Can't just ignore this lady? Why am I here? Like, that's literally what happened. And the desperation, I have had to listen to this a few times just to be able to do a reaction stream, because I'm not even gonna lie. The first time that I heard this, it actually brought tears to my eyes. I was like almost crying. Because you people are fucked to do this. And I can't believe the desperation in her mom's voice of like, what the hell is this crap? Like, my daughter doesn't even have a man. This is all over a man and my daughter ain't dating. She can't. So why the fuck are we here, right?
Children.
Okay.
I have children, and I couldn't imagine someone doing this to my disabled daughter. And
I also have a child, and I'm not going to sit back and listen to your 34-year-old adult child threaten my minor child.
Nor do you.
Well, you know what, Deana? I also have a child, and you have all been threatening my minor child, so I don't really give a fuck. Haha, how about that?
Have to, Ms. Agliano. You can ignore these online
my daughter would
communities.
not threaten anyone.
Okay. I'm going to modify this to expire.
Well, Nicole has threatened people in the past. Nicole can get mad and say some things that she shouldn't say. I'm the same way, I get it. But, again, like I said, if Deana's so much better, then shouldn't she just be able to ignore her? You would think so.
December 31st of this year. You all have no reason to have any contact. You're not living in the same area. You're about to not live in the same state.
Thank
it's
God.
going to expire at the end of this year. Good luck to you both. I hope that your daughter understands, ma'am. She needs to move on and not perpetuate this any further.
Okay, now you all know, but you also have this lady not to be sending anything to our home.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah. They did a, glitter bomb. Well, there has been no child doxing in the last 6 months that Nicole's done. Deana's child didn't get doxed. Nicole didn't dox Deana's child. What you're talking about is that Nicole had a display picture. Nicole had a display picture of her and a couple girls that she did the Special Olympics with, and then you guys went all over the place going, Nicole's doxing kid in her display picture. There's a kid in the display picture. She's doxing her. That's actually what you're talking about. I know what's going on here. So, Cammie's child was not doxed, actually, but Cammie, you're going to bring Cammie up to me right now? Rah! That fucking dumb cunt could leave my mod October alone. How about that? How about Cammie's been going all over the internet saying some really disgusting things about my mod. So do you want to explain that? And this is after you motherfuckers all dox my kid all over the place. So I'm just wondering, why are you all of you allowed to dox my kid? Why are you all allowed to dox October's kid? Hey? Want to explain? Why how come me and October's kids can keep getting fucking doxed? Huh? Oh, Sammy, you don't like that? That's very, very awful that someone would do that, eh? You guys actually call child services and tell them that we touch our kids and sell our kids online. And you bring the fucking law to my house over it. You guys have called the cops on me. So what, you can't take some words? Because Cammie has no problem going around saying this about October now. So if Cammie was so hurt by that, how come she can turn around and do it to someone else? Because you're all a bunch of sociopaths that get off on attacking people. That's why. But yes, there was a glitter bomb sent. It's wrong if anyone's kids get doxxed. That's my belief. That's not what you all believe, though. It's been proven over and over and over and over and over and over again. I wonder if Deana and Taylor are going to do another stream tonight. You know? Well, J-Love's attacked me and helped my kid get doxxed. I don't really care. But I wonder if they're going to do another stream tonight where they're going to start screaming about how they're going to come punch me out. No one cared about that. Like I said, you guys are allowed to do whatever you want to people. And then when they stick up for themselves, you're victims.
She said
anything to
Glitter bomb!
A gag thing that I didn't allow Janika to open it. I opened it and it blew up in my face. And
Oh my fucking God. I forgot about this. You had it blow up in her mother's face. Literally. J-Love DM'd got DMs from Deana admitting that she was the one that sent the glitter bomb. And then everyone attacked J-Love. Yeah, that's how that will go. Because nobody can actually speak out for the right thing around here, or else you just get piled on. That was what I got piled on for too from these people. I didn't want them to push someone to kill themselves. That was wrong of me, apparently. You saw the DM, Abe, where Deana admitted to it? Sammy B, I thought that you were on all of this and that you knew everything that was going on. Did you not see it? That you're keeping up with this shit. It's interesting, the selective hearing that you all have and the selective posting that you do. I clevered the glitter bomb, and while I found it funny at the time, it was because I was unaware of the device and how it worked. It wasn't funny, though. No, it's not funny. To ever send something to someone's house is not funny. And yes, it scared her mom, who could have had... Well, her mom just had a fucking hip surgery. Could you imagine? Could you imagine, like, recovering from this shit? And then literally, like, you get that in the face? You know? Well, then, Sammy, you shouldn't go around and just start randomly sticking up for people if you don't pay attention to everything, you know? I don't pay attention to anything either, which is why I just stick to myself usually. But again, I've already explained why I wanted to do this.
She's had people here recently. I had to call the police out.
Did you send that to the home, Ms. Magliano?
I have not sent anything to her home. I don't want
it. The injunction's not against her, but again, you all just need to go in your separate directions. All right.
I don't have time to send things to people's homes. I'm busy. I have
all right.
I'm too busy. I'm too busy to send things to people's homes. But you told me you were going to drive up here and come and kick my ass. Do you not remember that? She was like, it's not far for me to get to that place in Canada. And then I had Taylor going, if Queen ever comes to the U.S., I'm going to punch her in the fucking face. And everyone was like, yeah, no, that's cool. Go for it. Woo. So I don't believe that you didn't send that glitter bomb. If it wasn't you, Deana, it was one of your creepy stalker, jealous female friends there. So look in your own camp. Because I can tell you one thing, it wasn't any of Nicole's friends that sent that glitter bomb. But it would have been yours.
That concludes the hearing. That concludes the hearing.
Okay, and the police had to come out.
That goes to you all. That's going to conclude it.
Okay, and she's also making fake accounts pretending it's my daughter. Ever since you granted her that injunction,
you need to have law enforcement investigate that. You need to have law enforcement investigate that. All right, good luck to you.
I did. I called the police out. I called them out to check.
And that's true. I've even seen these accounts that are made. There are fake accounts of Nicole, just like there's fake accounts of me.
Into it. Good. And they too told me to also make you aware of that. To make you aware of that.
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. All right.
And that is the court case. That's it right there. And then they went their separate ways, and everyone was happy. Oh, no, wait. That's not how the story ends at all. Because it's still continuing on. It's still continuing on. Deana is still going around and threatening people. And not only is she threatening people, but she's threatening people, and then she's saying she's going to take it out on Nicole. Literally. She said it to Steve the other day in a comment section. I was like, geez, we should have a baby shower for Nicole. Because apparently she became Steve's mom a couple days ago. She's responsible for every single thing he says and does on the internet. And if he talks about this or anyone else talks about this, apparently Deana's going to file another junction in court. Oh, wait, she did today. Why is this woman going around threatening people to get them involved in this case? Because that's the other threat. She'll be like, oh, you want to be a part of the Harold case, do ya? Well, I'll just make sure you're included. Like, she attacked me. I had no clue who she was. And then when I was like, lady, like, what's wrong with you? Like, stop. Like, leave me alone. She was like, I'm going to make sure that they get pictures of your fucking kids. And you emailed Harold a bunch of pictures of your kids. And I was like, what are you talking? First of all, I have one kid. So the plural thing is weird. And then secondly, why? Why would I email Harold pictures of my kid? What would I even do that for? What would be the reason? Like, do you think I'm like, hey, dude, let's do a stream about RSN? And then I'm like, here's some picture of my kid. Like, this makes no sense. Makes no sense. Like, I don't get that. But, you know, that's the way things go on here. It says here, freedom of speech on YouTube. Everyone can talk. Everyone can talk about this all they want. Everyone can talk on YouTube. It's when you do things in real life, like send glitter bombs, or send child services to someone's house, or send cops to their house, which every time I hear the police now, I'm wondering if they're coming to my house. Literally, there's sirens right now, and I'm like, are they on their way here? Because that's all. I've never gotten it on a stream before. We're about, 20 some odd calls to my house. Never been on a stream. Wouldn't be surprised if this was the one. She said she might make the ride to Massachusetts. I'm currently forwarding the threat to the courthouse. I think that Massachusetts and Illinois should just die, but maybe that's just me. I'm just joking. But, yeah, she said she was going to come here to Canada, too, like, at the beginning of all of her bullshit, when she was coming at me. You know? So, I just have a hard time with this whole thing going on. I think it's gross. I don't understand why this woman is doing this. If she's so, like, involved in this Harold case and whatnot, like, is she not still doing that? Did Harold get sentenced? I don't pay attention to these fucking people. So I don't know, but I thought that, you know, after you're abused and you left your abuser and then you've gotten him thrown in jail and even with extra charges, you would just want to go and try to live some kind of happy life. But instead, she's out here trying to get into fights with people and trying to drag them into these court cases. And I don't understand why. And she says she wants to write a book on her abuse. Well, here's the thing. If you think that having like Steve and Cupid Stunt and Nicole and like me asking questions about your abuse and that's harassment and stalking, wait until you have someone like with 50,000 subs talking about it. Wait until you write your book, hon. And then you don't get to control. Okay? You don't get to control what people are going to say. So if you want to see, the difference between me and Deana is I never came out here to tell my abuse story. All right, I told a couple people behind the scenes that I thought were friends of mine, and then they blasted it. And then I felt the need to. Whereas Deana actually came out here to get famous off of her abuse case with Harold. Like, she was like, I'm going to start a channel. I'm going to talk about the abuse. I'm going to show you guys all the court cases. And then I'm going to make a book. We're going to publish a book on it. So yes, I got upset at people attacking me and mine because I was like, I didn't even want to fucking talk about it out here. Deana, you want to talk about it. Well, Fugo, you're still here, aren't you? It's actually my husband that blocks people more than Joe, by the way. My husband gets more fed up with all of you than Joe does. Joe can take it too, but my husband hates like all of you. So he'll see one of your names and be like, nope, this person ain't being in my wife's chat after they were in a fucking live stream talking smack on my family. Fuck that. So, you know, get it right, Fugo. If you're going to talk smack, at least get the smack right that you talk, would you? But it's like, you're going to have to take some criticism then. Yeah, she says her story is because she's trying to be like, I was the ex-wife of the Cannibal Corpse dude, and then I went and dated someone, and then this happened, and that's supposed to be her, like, you know, ticket to fame. Which, okay, whatever, that would be fine, except if you think that being on here with like 1,000 subscribers and whatnot and talking about your abuse story and having some pushback, if you're going to start taking everyone to court that does that, wait until you publish a book. I know you're around West Most because you want him to put you on Chris Hansen. That's why you went to TCAP. You went right directly to TCAP. You went to Clobbering Time and West Most right away. So I know that you're trying to go on Hansen. Let me tell you something. You go on Chris Hansen. Wait for that backlash. Because that won't be fun. I refuse to go on there. I had people bugging me to go on there. Oh, what the fuck would I go on there for with this abuse story, you fucking losers? But everyone out here wants to, you know, use someone else's back to get famous off of. That's why all these people are hanging out with Deana now. They think Deana's going to get famous, so then they'll all get famous together. And Deana and Real Stream News are going to be famous. And it's dumb. But you publish a book. Then you're not going to have control over the reviews. Are you going to start taking everyone to court that reviews your book bad? Or has a question about your book? You know? She provides memberships for those in her chat that isn't everyone does that. Sammy, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that has nothing to do with her getting money. You can gift membership now on YouTube, just like you could gift Twitch memberships on Twitch. So if Deana's telling you that well, then why did she has more fucking ways to donate to her than I do. And I make real content, Sammy. I don't have like fucking Cash App and buy me a coffee and all this other shit. She's like, I don't care about the money, but please donate. My Patreon is down there and you can buy me a coffee and there's the PayPal and there's this and there's that. Please donate. I forget to tell people to donate all the time. So she is here for the money. She's here for the money and the fame, and she so much has stated so in the past. Maybe you missed it. But she better get some thicker skin. Because like I said, she can't be taking everybody to court that talks about this if she's going to be going on Chris Hansen, and if she's going to be literally like writing books and whatnot. Oh, because apparently since Deana has money, that makes her better than everyone, Fugo. That's why. That's why it constantly gets brought up. Deana has money, and she doesn't care about money, because she's rich. It's like, that's nice. I don't know what it has to do with it. Maybe if Nicole had a Patreon, she could get herself a lawyer. Hopefully it won't come to that. Well, you don't know that for a fact, because you don't usually plan to go on Chris Hansen and write a book unless you're after money. So, I'm just saying. You know, I just think it's wrong. I think it's disgusting. I think it's what she's been doing out here is a little bit weird. All right? I don't know. Even the people that have gotten famous in the past for their abuse stories didn't actually try to. You know, it wasn't like their goal when they came on. Oh, yeah. Yep. 1 sec, okay? Yep. Sounds good. I will. I come from money, yes. That doesn't have anything to... You guys really don't get that I make fun of you, do you? You really don't get my comedy at all. And I call myself ghetto because you all say I'm ghetto. That's what you say. They don't get it. It's okay. We're not dealing with intelligent people out here. We're dealing with the bottom of the barrel fucking YouTube scumbags. is what we're doing right now. Lord help me. I'm gonna start praying. My atheist ass is gonna start praying for God to come save me from all of these scumbags on the internet. So, literally, okay, but Sammy, she doesn't know that. She really does think so. She's also going to do the RV rich life of road life. Maybe they can go meet up. That would be fun. That would be fun. My inconsistency. I make fun of you people because you are the ones that go around trying to sue everybody. Right? You've had the cops here like 20 plus times. You've tried to hook me to the fucking Harvard case. Then you tried to get me involved in other court cases and shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then Deana was gonna sue me or fucking get her O's at me or come to my house and beat me up. And then all of a sudden she was taking Nicole to court. Because I'm in Canada. So you guys couldn't make me the number one victim of this. So you guys went to Wes instead. And you were like, can you cover her instead while we're doing all this other stuff over here? Yep, that's what happened. So I just wanted to react to that. I had some things to say. I do. I feel partially responsible because I do feel like if Deana had just come at me, taken me to court like she thought she was going to, then maybe she wouldn't have cared so much about Nicole. Or would have left Nicole alone. So I'm sorry that I wasn't more of a target for her. Usually I like to keep these people on me so that they don't, like come and literally like, no, don't dox anybody. I'm not okay with doxing. I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad about this whole thing. I hope it ends. But I don't understand, like, Harold's case is not something that she should be using to, like, go around and threaten people with, at all. Even taking Nicole to court shouldn't be something that she literally, well, that's funny you say that, Sammy, because usually I'm at fault for a bunch of things that I had no control over and didn't even do. Like I said, I just got CAS at my house again. Well, not really. They call now. But they were like, we got a call. We were supposed to come out because of shit. Because somebody pretended to dox someone on here. All right? They made up someone getting doxed. And then this lady does a stream being like, Queen of Spain has to help me find out who doxed me. Or else it was her. It's like, are you fucking... I don't know what the hell's going on this part of the internet. But all of you need to go and get some help. Okay? I just do. I feel partially responsible. I am very sad. I am very, very sad that all of this has happened. I do kind of feel like I am partially responsible because I have taken a lot of these people and made it so that I was their number one target for as long as I could so that they wouldn't go after people. I've done that a little bit. And maybe I should have done it with Deana more, but the thing is that Deana was a survivor of abuse. I didn't want to attack Deana, so I didn't. I tried to talk to her like a normal fucking person a bunch of times, and she just kept saying disgusting things. Like, all the time, and coming at me, so then I just had to walk away. But then hearing this was just disheartening. Hearing her mom and the desperation, disheartening. And you cannot keep attacking people out here, Deana. I've said this to Deana before. You can't just keep attacking people out here and connecting them to Harold just because you don't like them. It's weird. Nobody wants to be connected to Harold. So this woman uses it as a weapon. Like, oh, you pissed me off? Well, now you're Harold's. I still don't know why I got all the flack with Harold. I'm still confused as to what the fuck me streaming with some dude one time got me like 10 fucking videos made about me by her and like fucking 10 videos made by other people even. But apparently I made somebody very, very jealous. So that was on me, I guess. But it has to stop somewhere. It does. And the thing is, Deana, is that if you would stop like going around trying to collect everyone and put them on this case or attack Nicole because other people are talking about things, and you would just like stop and then just talk about what you wanted to talk about out here, like your RV life and the other stuff that you said you wanted to talk about, like Nicole wouldn't do nothing. Nobody would care anymore. Even Steve would walk away. Steve's really only doing that, I believe, to stick up for Nicole. Most people are. So if you would stop and walk away and just be like, I'm going to go concentrate on the court case with Harold and doing my RV stuff with my bank robber boyfriend, then no one would care. Nobody would care. Everyone could move on. So that's about all I have to say for today. I know that it's MLM Monday, and I'm sorry I don't have an MLM video out, but I do plan that, and this is because I plan on talking about On Passive probably tomorrow and the next day, because we're at the end of the month and they were supposed to have products out. Right? So I was like, it would be overkill if I do like 4 MLM videos in 1 week, and I'm still working on the cult one. Why have a 5-hour live on Nicole's last night trashing Deana, her child, and dad? I don't know. Probably because Wes and Deana were doing streams on me the day before and people get triggered. Where they attack me and my kid and my husband and whatnot. People end up triggered. And then since they're the same people attacking Nicole, Nicole ends up triggered. Have you not seen that? Because Nicole straight up has done streams called Screw This West Most Person. So this is why I said if these people would just stop their bullshit and stop trying to go around fighting everyone on the internet, trying to take them all to court, thinking that they run this place and that they can decide who's on here and who's not, then everybody could move on. Everybody. But we're probably going to be here for a while. I know I've gone through it for 3 years. Nicole's probably gone through it for longer than I, and she's a hell of a strong person because she's been on here longer than I have. I can't get her in trouble. 1 sec, monkey! But I do have to go because the little one is calling me. So, have a good day. Try to stay out of the bullshit. And we'll figure all of this out soon. And hopefully everyone can move on. Because there can't be another court case like this. Please don't do that. Please don't. Sure, go and look up Real Stream News. There's several of them with Deana. Have a fabulous day. Bye, everybody.